I'm here today with Brent Christenson of the Minnesota Telecom Alliance. Brent has been on 2 of the previous Broadband Task Force. He's been a task force member. So I'm here today to ask if he has any advice for the new task force.
Well, I guess the biggest piece of advice I would give is something that I learned in probably our first meeting of the very first task force, or the first task force I served under, and that was consensus. And I know there's a group of people that are going to think that I'd be the last person to be pushing that idea, but I really learned how that process can work. And as this new task force gets up and going, it's got some very talented people on it. I'm really looking forward to seeing some of the work that they're going to come up with. I think that the goal needs to be to work towards consensus. They'll need to find their voice, they'll need to develop their relationships and interpersonal relationships to work as one group, and as they get through that process, if they keep consensus in the back of their minds and it rattles around as much as it did for me and for my colleagues on the previous task force, I think they're going to be just fine.
Great, thanks. Are you hearing any other advice out in the state? I know you do a lot of traveling, talk to a lot of folks.
I do, yeah. MTA members serve the majority of the geography and some of the most rural parts of the state. You know, I had the opportunity to listen to Commissioner Rothman yesterday speak to the Bar Association, and he talked about how there was 3.4% of Minnesotans that don't have access to. And that's a pretty amazing number, and obviously we're not satisfied till we get to 100%. I think telephone service in Minnesota is only at 98%. So I think that you know, we've come a long way. We've got some things to work through, and I think as the task force works together and identifies some of the adoption issues, I was very glad to hear him talk about the adoption issues. And so as those things happen, I think they're going to come up with some good work.
Great. Thank you very much.